Good morning. How are you? Ron?
Yes,
There you
Natalie, it's wonderful to talk to you again. I'm glad with live. I think Lenny got upset with me because I'm surprised he didn't mute me again. So I'm so used to him muting me. So it's great to be able to talk to you, and this is fun, and we're gonna have a great time tonight. And I'm really, really, really looking forward to Curtis and Nelson tonight. I think it's going to be a great show.
Oh, yeah. Thank you again for having me. It's always so much fun with you. You have a great show, great followers, so it's good. But yeah, we have two guys, Curtis and Nelson Figueroa, both Brooklyn boys, by the way. One from Canarsie, and I think Figgy is from Coney Island. So that'll be a nice tie-in with Brooklyn in the house. So
You know what? I really want to talk about. I did something on Facebook a couple of days ago about the DH, and it really drew a lot of attention. I mean, it really did. And I told people that I really have to get this off my chest because I'm sick and tired of how baseball is treating the DH. It's been 48 years. They cannot make a decision about the DH. Now, I've had a lot of people, they love it. Some people, they don't like it. That's fine. That's great. So, it's going to be a conversation piece for the rest of my life. I always tell people 50% of the people love it, 50% of the people hate it. But still, baseball has to do something with it. It's 48 years. Now, if it was like 1 or 2 years, that's one thing. 48 years. That's a lot older than you are. I mean,
much older than me.
I know that. And they can't make a decision about that. And I'm looking at this, and and they having the universal DH. They're not going to have the DH. They don't know how many games that they're going to play. The people like it. People hate it. I don't care, but they got to have it. It's, to me, I love it. Natalie, I don't know, I never spoke to you about it. I love the DH. I think it brings a lot in the game of baseball. It's like the 3-point play in basketball is something that, created a lot of, to me, excitement. People don't realize it's one of the highest paid position players in the game. Okay. I'm just looking at the Yankee standpoint now. Aaron Judge, and you got Stanton. You got all those guys that unfortunately they have a lot of injuries. They had a lot of injuries.
Right, exactly.
And this is a way for these guys to come back and get themselves
and play. Absolutely.
Yeah, and play.
And contribute. So I got it.
Yeah, and what I would like to do tonight is with Nelson Figueroa, because most of his career has been in the National League, I believe.
Yes, it has been. He was with the Diamondbacks. Where else would he go? The Mets, obviously. The Astros, Pittsburgh, Phillies. So no,
I think this could be fun because I don't know if he could hit or not. But he's very interesting. But you know what? I will. But he's very interesting because he came from a D3 school.
He did Brandeis University, and he was the first alum to make it to the major leagues from Brandeis.
Yeah, and you don't have too many D3 players to even get drafted.
I know.
Now, this guy reached the big leagues, and he was good.
Yeah, exactly. He played in Taiwan as well, and then he played for Team Puerto Rico in the World Baseball Classic. So he definitely has an interesting career path. So definitely be fun to talk to him later tonight.
Yeah, he will be fun. And Curtis, I mean, this guy, I remember. I think you said he started in the 70s, right?
Yeah, he started. So he's a radio host. He's a founder and CEO of the Guardian Angels. That was founded back in 1977. It started off as the Magnificent 13. So he started that on his commute when he was a manager at McDonald's on Fordham Road in the Bronx. And he was just so heartbroken and sick and tired of the crimes that plagued all the writers on the 4 train. So he created the Guardian Angels. So I'm really intrigued by that because it's still going on. It's still alive. They have over 100 chapters worldwide and I believe internationally as well. So
He's running for the, I just read he's running to be in the mayor next year, I believe.
I believe so. I believe so. So we'll see. We'll see what happens tonight. I don't know if we're going to touch that topic, but
I mean, no politics on this.
No politics.
No politics.
Nothing good ever comes of it. So.
Oh no, nothing good. Okay, but with Curtis, I think I remembered when my last year up in New York. I became a free agent in '78. I left to go to Chicago.
Okay.
I remember in '77 when Curtis, to be honest, I don't remember the name, but I remember the Guardian Angels came out and it was a real big thing.
It was huge. It was huge.
Yeah, it was huge. And, they had a lot of problems on the subways. And now, they've had some problems in the city. And he's coming out and doing things. And it's, what, this is, I think, even though this is something that he started so many years ago, but I think it's wonderful. And,
great. People feel so safe. I mean, I've read stories how people felt protected and safe from it. So I think it's a great thing. And the fact that it's still alive and still around and going strong, I think it's a true testament to what he's done to trying to protect the citizens of the city.
And I promise I won't talk much.
600 chapters.
Yeah, I promise I won't talk much because I think he talks more than I do.
Is that no? I don't know.
Yeah,
well, we'll see.
Yeah, but I have to get used to that. When we play baseball, when we're up in New York and all the fans are screaming and yelling, and we had certain plays, when I was at first base, and when Sparky was the relief pitcher, or you had Mel Stottlemyre, you had Catfish, and you have Guidry, and you have those guys, and you're always talking, and
right.
you're always talking in the infield, and people don't realize that you always have to communicate.
Exactly. Communicating is key.
Yeah, people think we're just out there at first base, and the guys at second base, the shortstop, third base. Only thing we're ready to do is to catch a ground ball. But people don't realize that we have set plays. If it's a man on third base, if it's a long fly ball or short fly ball, a sacrifice fly in the outfield, you have communications, and people realize that back then there was a lot of people who used to steal. Now you don't have too many people stealing.
No,
no, you don't have that. And you never see the pitcher, and pitchers always has a sign with the shortstop and always with second base. And Thurman and I always had a sign when he wanted to pick off a guy at first base.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, you have to have a sign.
What was the sign?
I forgot it.
What? Come on.
I forgot. There were so many of them. We have some from different days because a lot of the coaches, what they used to do on the visiting teams, they used to pick it up because the only thing you can do, you could do this with your hair, you could do
exactly
your arm, it's just only so many places. If you have a cup on, you do your
cup about that, but yeah,
I'm not, But with Thurman, we always do something. If I had a left ear, he would throw it on the outside part of first base. Yeah, if I do my other ear, if I did, if I did my cap, he'll throw it, on the field side. So there's different things you have to remember.
I was going to say, it amazes me because there's so many different signs. Like how do players remember every single one of them? And I'm sure they have different ones with different teammates, right?
They did. But the good part about it was, I think my whole times in professional baseball, they had me bunting once, even in the minor leagues.
Oh, wow.
So I really didn't have to worry about the bunting sign.
Okay,
whenever when Ralph or Elston Howard, who was our first base coach, and Ellie would always wink his eye if I had a steal on, if it's a hit and run, something like that. But it was just different. But I never had to really get used to that. The guy that really did a lot of signs was Dick Hauser. This is way before your time.
Yeah, this might be before my time.
Yeah, but let me tell you something. He was probably one of the greatest baseball people that you could ever have met. He was the third base coach for the Yankees. I think he managed. You know what? I don't remember an awful lot, but he was my coach for I think 7-8 years.
Okay, wow.
Wonderful, great baseball man. And Ellie, of course, was at first base. We call Ellie the tuna because Ellie was real big. And, there's nicknames we called everybody. And it was great. I mean, some nicknames are, really you can't say on the air, but we had such a great time. We really did. And the people up in New York, they really took great care of us. Hopefully you have more good games and bad games, but if you have a lot of bad games, they'll
let you know.
Oh, they'll let you know. They'll let you know. Hey, people always ask me because I was fairly popular. People always ask me, did they boo me? Of course they did. I remember one game against the Orioles. I made 2 errors at first base, 2 in a row, just ground balls. And so I screwed up.
You definitely heard it.
Oh, they killed me. They destroyed me. I got up to the back.
That's how they love you. That's how they show you that they love you.
But you know what? Hey, then if you have a good game, they'll cheer you louder than they boo you. But hey, that was part of baseball, and that was New Yorkers. They're the best fans in the world, and they're so fun to be able to play in front of.
Oh yeah, I couldn't agree more. It's always, Yankee fans, like we were talking the last time on your last show, like with Mark Wohlers, the fans, the Bronx Zoo. It's not the Bronx Zoo for nothing. So it's interesting.
I see Mark, unfortunately, Mark didn't have his great career in New York, but let me tell you something. He was one of the finest relief pitchers in the games in the 1990s. I mean, he had over 100 and, I think 90 saves and over, X amount of year period, but he was wonderful. I mean, a great relief pitcher.
Yeah.
And like I said before, it's the fans up in New York will let you know if you're having a good game or a bad game. And even when you go out to your cars, back then we didn't have all the police and all the entourages that would take care of you. People would jump on your cars when you left the stadium, from the parking lots. They'll jump on your cars and they'll be on your front and the back of your cars. So you got to hightail it out. Now they got entourages. They got all the people they got the guns out. They got the batons out. These guys, it's just like they got a parade going out.
I know, it's crazy. It's insane because I've stayed plenty of nights just watching the players head out, and it's definitely an entourage. We should bring it now back to what we're doing tonight, though, with Curtis and Nelson. So we have to remind everybody to tune in. What time? 8 p.m. tonight, right?
It's 8 o'clock tonight, yes.
So
you told me a little while ago
Eastern
that Curtis had a baseball scholarship, or you said he had a scholarship to Brown, or you?
Oh yeah, Curtis. He had a scholarship. He was offered a scholarship to Brown University. So we have to ask him about that later. So there's a lot to talk about tonight.
Oh yeah, this guy is. This guy is like a whole book. He's encyclopedia.
He can have his own show. He might be asking us questions.
He will. He talks more than I do. So fans, I'm not going to be hardly even talking. Only thing I'll be talking about is the DH. Let these people talk. And Nelson, he's SNY, wasn't he?
Yeah, he's at SNY. Now he has his own podcast. So it'll be interesting to find out about his career as well. He played some independent ball, I believe. But there's a lot there too. But 2 Brooklyn boys. So it'll be good. I'm excited.
This is really going to be fun. And Natalie, I'm looking forward to seeing you.
Thank you. Thank you for having me again.
Oh, no, you don't even have to say that. You are a part of this show. You are part of this show. Now you have to spaghetti and baseballs, but we got to do, when I'm on it, we got to do bagels and baseballs.
Yes, we do bagels and baseballs.
We got to do bagels and baseballs. But I don't like the schmear. I don't like the cream cheese and all that stuff. I just like the raisin bagels. And back down south, I just like the bagels. I don't put anything on my bagels. No, I don't like the bagels in the south. No, yeah, well, yeah.
Nah, I don't think so. It's all up here in New York.
Yeah, it's like Linder's bagels. It's like Thomas's bagels. Not good. It's not good. So
not good.
I'm struggling. I got to get up to New York and get some good food up there.
Yes, you have to come visit us. Come visit us. Once all the snow is gone, come visit us.
I'll be up there soon. I hope, baseball's going to be soon, and can't wait to it. And I can't wait till I'll see you tonight. And I promise.
Yeah. So tonight, everyone tune in 8 p.m. Eastern, log on to Ron Blomberg's Facebook and we'll be live. Curtis Lewa and Nelson Figueroa with Ron and myself.